Hello everyone, hope everyone has a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, and anyone that doesn't celebrate Christmas, I just hope you have a good time. It's a time for celebration, spending time with your family, having a laugh, having a drink, not drinking, eating loads of food, or it's just about spending time and just feeling happy. So hope you guys have a good time, and that's for anyone in Obstinate Evolution or who isn't who watches these videos. So let's get to the guild news. The first thing I want to say is we've done extremely well, and our raid team has been a lot more stable than it has been in a long time. I think everyone's really tried their best, and we have progressed quite well. We are going to be starting Heart of Fear on the 3rd of January, and that will be on the Thursdays and the Sundays. And then when we progress through Heart of Fear, it'll be Thursdays Heart of Fear, and hopefully Sundays Terrace of the Endless Springs. Of course, if we finish early, we move to the next raid. So this will be our last week of Muggish and Vaults. I wanted to let people know that I am willing to run Muggish and Vaults for 4 weeks from the 2nd week of January for people who need loot from it. Now, the prioritisation for the loot is people who can't get another item from Heart of Fear or Terrace of the Endless Springs. There's one good example is the tank shield, which there is no other shield in the other raid instances, so it would be really nice to get them a normal mode shield, and hopefully one will drop this week, but it'd be good for everyone if we can get both our tanks that need shields to get it. If you have an item in your mind and you think, I'd really like it, but actually one of the end bosses in Heart of Fear we haven't killed yet have got a better item, then it's not as much as an emergency. Of course, let me know, and I will the sign-ups, the confirmations for this raid will be predominantly on prioritisation of loot. So if you do need it, that'd be good. But I do want people to get involved so that we can get everyone else loot. There'll be a vote on the forums about this as well to see the interest for people. And also, please in-game mail me if you have any interest of doing Muggish and Vaults from the 2nd week of January for 4 weeks to get people loot. And if you've got any interest in loot itself. But remember to prioritise the loot correctly. If we do go ahead with the Monday run, the confirmations will be on a Friday. The other raids will be separate and they will be confirmed on the Monday, but this raid will be on the Friday. Will get confirmed on Friday. So just make sure that you don't sign up too late and then wonder why you don't get in. So that's it really. The next thing I want to talk about is main spec and off spec. In this expansion, I've noticed that the 10-man setup, which is 2 tanks, 3 healers, and 5 DPS, is dead. It really is. There's a lot of fights where we've got 1 tank. There's a lot of fights we've got with mostly 2 healing everything now. So I think I do need to stress that your OS spec is very important. Now, to start off with healers, you need your DPS spec, and it needs to be in tip-top shape. The guild bank is always there. If it's your main OS, we will always help you with enchants and stuff if you need it. So don't hesitate to ask. Also, this is a message for everyone as well. Remember, enchants, ask the guild bank if you need help. And if you see a piece of loot that drops in any raid and no one else wants it, roll OS. Don't leave it to get disenchanted, because I want to see everyone in tip-top shape. So the healers, you need your DPS OSs. I don't want to see 2 healing specs. It's got to be a DPS spec because some DPSs are better at some fights and some are better at others to heal. For the tanks, then this is a normal thing. Tanks have always needed to have a DPS spec because there's always that annoying 1 tank fight. So you do need to have a DPS spec. The most important point is actually pure DPS and other DPSs. I'll start with hybrids that have a tank spec. Now, if you feel that your other two DPS specs, let's take an example of a warrior, your 2 DPS specs are kind of even, or the one you're already using is superiorly overpowered, like it's a superior spec, then go for a tank spec and go for that just in case one of the tanks don't turn up. If you're a pure DPS like a hunter or a warlock, I want to see 2 specs because those kind of pure DPS classes have such a variation in specs. It's always such a drastic kind of 1 spec here and 1 spec there, like Frost and Arcane and Fire are so different, Affliction, Demonology and Destruction are so different. So you pick 2 of these and make sure they're both in tip-top shape so that when you come to a fight and you think, wait a minute, I would be better doing this Arcane, or wait a minute, I'll be better doing this Frost. So you need to weigh up your options. If you're a hybrid like a Shaman, I predominantly want to see you with a healing OS. I want to see you being able to heal when you need to, because then there could be a priest that would be better to be a DOT class going in rather than you, so you can switch and change. It isn't about sticking with MS, it is about meeting the needs of the raid, which Blizzard have made it pretty clear that once we got dual spec, they want to see people using it, and I want to see people in OE using it. Of course, I don't expect you to be absolutely perfect in both. Your main spec is going to be the best, but it's just to keep it in mind to make sure that you're gearing it up. That's it then. I want to thank everyone again in Obstinate Evolution for still being here. And I should announce the Raider of the Bifrost, or the bi-monthly Raider. It's been quite hard, to be honest. Everyone's been performing so well, but I do think that this Raider of the Bifrost should go to Tom, which is our awesome rogue. The reason is because every time he joins a raid, he is consistently always improving. And I heard how brilliantly he performed and improved himself on Garalon last Sunday. And I just think he deserves it. You're quite quiet. But you hardly ever make any mistakes, and you're always just bringing a good attitude to the raid, and that's what I want to see in people. So there you are. Congratulations, Tom. So just remember, everyone, that this is the last Muggish and Vaults, and there will be another kind of Raider of the Bifrost, but it will be actually a weekly Raider for this week. And then when we come in January, we will decide the tier, the Muggish Raider. So that would be quite cool, and there might be a little gift for you. So hope everyone performs as best as they can, and anyone that's not in this week's raid, don't think that you're not going to be in the draw. Everybody is in the draw. So it should be good. So I'm going to go now, but I hope everyone has a brilliant time with this time off. Make sure you celebrate. Don't just stay there being grumpy. I want to see everyone with smiley faces, and when we come back in January, even if you have no other reason to celebrate, just celebrate that you survived another year in this world, because I think that's the best thing you can be celebrating, because I know that's what I'm going to be celebrating. So I'm going to say goodbye, because I think I've gone on long enough. And if there's any questions, remember to contact me on YouTube or on Facebook, or Facebook, on the forums, or any other way, contact me in-game, wherever. So Merry Christmas, everyone, and I'll see you soon.